All right. Apparently the live got paused. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I don't really understand why. So I'm just gonna stop to start this again. So I'm doing LAPD Tai Chi training, and I'm developing a program. So I'm sharing aspects of what I'll be doing in the program. I will share the full program at some point when it's appropriate. Right now I'm just warming up to teach. So I'll do a few uplifting heavens. If this is already on the live from earlier when I repost this on YouTube, I'm just going to move quickly past this. I did 2 uplifting heavens. Do more of them if you're warming up. Now I'm going to do the crank exercise, dropping down, inhaling up, exhaling. One hand connects and drops the elbow on someone's scapula. The other hand is pushing shoulder through the neck to the other shoulder line. And notice that it's all connected to my hips and waist. Drop and push. When you come up, the bottom hand inflates as you inhale and creates a bridge to support your opponent's weight. And the other hand gently guides, and once you hit the center line, you change. This hand drops, the other hand pushes through, shoulder through neck to the other shoulder. And that's how you drop somebody through this space that you're melting away. You're creating a hole and you're putting your opponent through the hole. As you exhale and drop, I recommend some structure in your abdomen. So in other words, a gentle flex to help support the back. So there's a gentle flex as you melt the hip away. Hip becomes very soft, and gentle flex in the belly. Inhaling up. Gentle flex in the belly. Especially important for when you're doing this solo. If you're doing this on an opponent, meaning you're grappling with somebody, you're jumping into a 50-50 clinch, you may do this in a different structure. Create structure, meaning like maybe hit them with a shoulder check, and then as they react to the shoulder check, this hand, boom, gets the scapula, this takes their shoulder, boom, and you drop. And you drop them to the ground. Or you crank them, make them do a big step. If they have good balance, they may just lose their step just for a second. Someone who's very flexible, who has good balance, may not lose their step at all, and therefore you have to have a different strategy. We'll do a few more. And now we're going to the pummel. The pummel, 50-50 clinch pummel. You normally see it if you're a wrestler, if you're a grappler of any sort. You're here, this is someone's elbow, this is their wrist connected into your elbow, and you have an underhook. You have your shoulder to shoulder. So in Tai Chi, or at least in the US Tai Chi push hands team, as I was coached and now that I coach, we always start out first to get the core mechanics. And the core mechanics, once you have those, you can put them into the more mundane or common postures. So when you do the core mechanics of the pummel, you start with your feet shoulder width apart, parallel. Imaginary string lifting from the top of the head. If you have a mirror in front of you, I'm going to use this camera as a mirror. Check the center line that I'm painting right now. I have a center line awareness from the top of my head through my tailbone, and I have projecting that awareness forward so that when I reach here for this pummel, I'm reaching through my center line. Not all the way past it, but as if I can just touch it and there's nothing there. When you have an opponent and you reach through their center line to break their center line awareness, or in Kempo, as they call it, the spinal ring, when you disrupt someone's balance by moving them off their center, it's something that someone has to get used to responding to. Most people are not used to responding to this. So the current state of push hands as an art that is applied to grappling, or should I say the Tai Chi World Cup style push hands, which is very unique, applied to grappling, there isn't a lot of language around what we're doing right now, which is why I'm sharing this. So here, we're going to inhale, knock someone off as if their body isn't even there. You're going to reach through as if your willpower is so strong that it doesn't matter what's in front of you, you're going to create this shape. And you don't think about breaking, you don't think about hitting hard or anything like that. You can hit hard, but hitting hard is a byproduct of your willpower and your ability to create the shape. Versus, I'm just going to hit hard. That's a different intention. And that's not bad, it's just the reality that when you structure intentions, your body can react or embody those intentions. So here we're creating a shape to disrupt someone's center line, and then you exhale, drop down, inhale, create the shape again to disrupt their center line. And what this is going to do is going to help you knock someone off their balance and set up a throw. So you reach through, exhale down, reach through. These are very subtle concepts. And once you get these core mechanics down, when you bring it back into your, again, more commonly seen postures, you're going to be that much stronger. And people are going to be like, oh, like, why does he feel different? Why does this person feel different? And why do they feel stronger? What is happening? Their brain, and especially their subconscious, is going to be trying to figure out how to solve these problems that you're creating for them by moving differently with subtlety. So here, exhaling down, inhaling up. Notice that I'm inhaling to inflate the lungs, which helps me take more space. In other words, I'm agreeing with my desire to take space from my opponent by inflating my lungs, which opens my rib cage, which helps me take centimeters more. And every millimeter, centimeter counts. All of this is coordinated. Also notice that there's a little bounce that I'm doing here. And this bounce is coming from Grandmaster William C.C. Chen's 3 nails concept, which means that you have a nail, a visualized nail, in the center of your heels, and then on the balls of your feet, and then on the big toes. 3 nails each foot. The concept here is that you're passive when you're on your heels, and then you're aggressive when you're on the balls of your feet, and the big toe pushes you forward. So similar to boxing, when you're walking, you're throwing a punch. So here, I'm passive. I'm going to exhale down, balls of feet, and my big toe's going to catch me, otherwise I fall forward. Again, if you were boxing, boom, the punch comes forward. So here, the same concept for the pummel. Heel, ball of the foot, inhale, big toe. I catch myself with the big toe. And then I reset, heel, ball of the foot, big toe. Heel, ball of the foot, big toe. So I'm catching myself. And this is creating a little bounce. And this little bounce, when you know how to time it, when you do this on a regular basis and you start learning how to time this, you're going to feel that when you connect, when your skin connects to your partner or your opponent, that you're going to be able to roll their muscle and their bone up on the bounce, timed with the bounce. So it's going to help you take their center line. And this can be done from multiple angles, pretty much infinite angles, if you know how to apply it. Again, we're working on a core mechanic here, and a core mechanic can be applied to the common postures. So inhaling up, I'm creating this little bounce, and you can also create the sense of chain. This is where my last stream seemed to have stopped, so I'm just repeating myself if you're on the last stream. But the concept of creating a chain reaction for yourself. You should be able to create chain reactions in your body and affect reality with those chain reactions. So right now, we're coordinating, quote unquote, the breath and the movement. But really, the breath is catalyzing the movement here. In other words, I start breathing and I pull I even visualize a color coming through my fingertips as if I'm vacuuming in the color and it's going into my belly as I inhale. And I exhale, drop down, 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 inhale. And as if I'm vacuuming in the color and it's going into my belly as I inhale. And I exhale, drop down, 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 inhale. And as if I'm vacuuming in the color and it's going into my belly as I inhale. And I exhale, drop down, 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 inhale. And to connecting to... Hold on. I'm trying to pause this. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to make sure I fuel myself up before the training. So, like I said, I'll share the LAPD training and the specifics of it for gentle strength soon and when it's appropriate. So, check my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube later, I love you. Thank you for being there. And if you're watching this on TikTok now, obviously, thank you for watching. And I'm Coach Jan, at Jan's Tai Chi. And if you ever have a thought, question, or idea, I will respond to it. So please, reach out with any of those. And I'll
I'll see you soon.